polish kind of.
Now we're recording, boys.
Hmm.
Damn it. The freaking thing stopped.
Goddamn thing right today.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, geez. We already started recording, but we're on the second glass. We'll just restart right now. So we're doing Jefferson's Wood Experiment Collection, which is the same base bourbon. I think it's just Jefferson, like small batch or something like that. That's given a different type of wood treatment for the purposes of seeing how that changes the bourbon itself. It's all 42% alcohol, and we were commenting earlier that these don't really look all that different from each other as far as appearance or color. We just had number 3, which we said kind of smelled a little bit like vanilla and honey, I think. And it tasted kind of corny. And I had made a note that it was like, it reminded me a bit of sawdust, especially on the nose, less so the bourbon itself, which was just kind of unremarkable. It's basically, number 3 is just a new 60-gallon American oak barrel profile with a low deep impact toast profile. So I think it's just basically toasted in a slightly bigger than normal barrel. We are now going to move on to 4, which is new standard whiskey barrel with medium char infused with heavily charred American oak cubes. So oak cubes are often used to help something age a little quicker by giving it another surface of wood to touch or to be in contact with as it ages. We were just starting to sip it. I think Cody said this one was a little drier to him than the first one.
It really tastes like sawdust that's been like varnished, or like a shoe, like a leather boot that's been like polished recently. Got that kind of chemical, but it's also like a little bit dark caramely, but flavor that's outside of like a standard, like, oh, it's caramel, is sawdust and like polish.
Wow, I just went back to the first one and it smells like cinnamon compared to the second one now. That's a transformation.
Don't forget the pecan note.
Oh, yeah, Cody's note about, what was it, Cody?
Pecan a little bit, but kind of fading, I think. Like wood stain or like shoe polish, leather kind of is like lending like a darker note to it, and you get caramel, but it's like something darker than just caramel, but it's also chemically and really sawdusty.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that synthetic chemical. I think that was my first note when we tasted this off camera, was varnish. So it does to me taste a little older, just because of the fact that like you put those oak cubes in it, gives it more wood surface to touch. It might dry it out a little bit, but it has a bit of a darker texture, or it has a bit of a darker flavor profile altogether.
I'll give you additional wood surface to touch.
Just to go along with what you guys said, like, I thought the flavor was maybe also had a little bit of like, I don't know, some kind of like darkness to it. I don't know if it's like a dark fruit or something, but it's not like one of the more pronounced flavors or anything. It's just kind of way back on the palate.
Yeah, going back, being them a little bit there, I think the second one does have a little bit more complexity to it, but let's go to 3. So 3 is Wood Experiment number 6, new standard whiskey barrel with a light medium char infused with lightly toasted American oak staves. The last one was medium char, heavily oaked cubes. This one is medium char, lightly toasted staves. So staves, Rick, are actually, if you take a barrel apart, you have the wood planks that make up the barrel that get bound together. Staves are the actual piece of wood. Let's try it. Or smell it first.
It basically smells how you'd think it would. It smells just like the last one, just not as varnishy and not as sawdusty.
Yeah, it's a little like breadier.
Yeah, yeast or something, or sourdough.
White bread right out of the oven to me. Maybe not right out of the oven. Not like a especially good loaf of bread, but just a loaf. A little mellower. What was it? Really similar though.
Re-smelling B, it seems like way sweeter now. All of a sudden.
Now smell A.
He's like, like cinnamon or something, or.
And when I tasted A again after B, I noticed A started tasting young again a little bit. All right, let's taste C.
To me, it tasted like heavier on the char than the first two, but
Overall, it seems more flavorful to me for some reason. Kind of sweeter, a little orangey.
Sort of tastes like a better balanced glass B to me. It tastes a little bready, a little caramely, and finishes with a lot of heavy black pepper. Not a whole lot of individual things going on to me.
Yeah, more well-rounded, but at the same time, nothing stands out. You took 5 different things, and instead of tasting them all individually, you just put them in a blender and turned them into one homogeneous blob. It like tastes pretty good,
It
but
just tastes like inexpensive, uninteresting bourbons, like caramel, and then gets kind of hot somehow, and drying and peppery.
which that's probably what I meant by I said char is like more of like a black pepper.
I will say I think it's a little less drying than B. These are all going to be fairly similar at the end of the day. These are all 200 milliliter bottles, by the way. So these will be gone after like another Glencairn pour, probably. Just so you know, Rick, there's 5 levels of char that they'll put on a barrel. If this is saying medium, it's probably like a 3 lightly toasted oak staves. Let's go to 4. 4, which is experiment number 10. Custom 60-gallon French and American hybrid oak barrel with a low, deep impact toast profile.
Note that I hate of vegetal wasabi, horseradish, wallpaper paste.
That is a wide thing to put in the same category.
Like went from the black pepper seed to like a green bell pepper. Indeed.
It makes me think almost a little bit of like a high rye bourbon. Obviously it's not any more rye than the others, but Cody.
Can't believe it.
Cody.
I do not know this man or where he gets his manners from.
Sounds like he doesn't get them from anywhere, Ricky.
Yeah.
Something like grassier about this one. I don't know. Let's drink.
Yeah, grassy.
It's a cheap, no flavors bourbon with root vegetal taste tacked on.
No, I'm sort of tasting like anise, which there can't be anise in this. Like there can't be.
Oh, Adrian. I think there is a little bit of honey or caramel, but yeah, it's like 90% vegetal and
I was gonna say this tastes
uninteresting.
Kind of like Cheerios. It's like a little more oaty. So I think it smells a little weirder than it tastes, but a little young. A and D taste younger than B and C, and I think it's because B and C were technically aged. They had wood inside the barrel helping it age.
Where I come from, in our bourbon community, we call those bourbons fresh young chicken.
Bourbons always smell sweeter than on the second time around for me.
What do you guys think of A versus D? God, there's just nothing to say about A.
Yeah, I'll say, well, for sure D's more flavorful.
I just don't like the vegetal as much.
Let's go to E. Last glass.
Yeah, a glass.
Rick is mid, Cody. So this one is original bourbon barrel with oak inserts that have been toasted over a long period of time to infuse the bourbon. What? Jefferson's.
Say that again.
Really stretching that English degree out to try to think of
That is so
say this any goddamn thing, aren't they?
This number 12 is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get a set that has 12 in it. This is horseshit. What is an oak insert? What does that mean? Is that not a stave? For a long period of time, by the way. That's specific. Yeah, I don't. This is suspect.
Marketing mumbo jumbo is what.
It actually smells almost in line with what associate with like an amberana. It's kind of like a lot of them have been sawdusty, and I kind of got that with the Rio. It's cinnamon and a little vanilla, but like a really dry, like oaky, like sawdusty, cinnamony. It smells pretty good. It smelled better on my first smell than it does now.
Yeah, it had off the top. It was kind of like a cinnamon stick, a little bit of a mustiness to it. It has like a nice, vapor where like the fumes stay like close to the liquid, perfuminess to it. All right, let's taste it. This is like.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this one.
It is actually kind of decent. It kind of has the brightest flavor of the 5 to me. Very soft, typical Jefferson's. Yeah, it's almost like apricot-y a little bit. Not sure.
a great value corn, and then you strained the juice out of it, and then you had a great value cinnamon toast crunch, and then you blended it in the Vitamix so it was powder, and then you put that in there too.
I'm not really getting much cinnamon. I'm getting more that vanilla frosting type flavor, but I guess there's a little bit. Yeah, C and D are like definitely darker than E. Almost butterscotchy compared to E. A tastes young. God damn it.
I called it the very beginning. So yeah, this tastes a little young.
Oh, did you?
Rewind the footage. Actually, that might have been before you hit record.
I'm sure it was before. It never happened, Ricky. I'm sorry. You're no good, filthy liar. C is more muted than B, but it's got a nice long body to it. It's more mature to me. Worst to best.
I'll probably do A, D, and B. I'll probably put E over C. I'll do A, D, B, C, E.
That's mine too.
Yeah, I'd say A is just, too young for its britches. D is like vegetal. I'm not too into vegetal. B is just kind of like meh. It has a combination of like a bunch of like low tier elements. C has some complexity to it, but I like a little bit of sweetness. And E is like everything that I like. Has a little bit of complexity, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of... I could definitely like drink E more so than the others.
Ah!
What was it? Turn your vibrator off, dude.
Okay, ours are almost identical. I think I'll say A, D, B, E, C for me. I think C is going to be my winner.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you don't matter.
I don't even matter. Don't even matter. So, okay, so the winners were your order. So that one with the jargoniest description is the one that won. Second place was the middle one, which was the whiskey barrel white medium char infused with lightly toasted oak staves. B, C, and E all had I would say the most similar aging comparisons. D is the one that has the hybrid. B throws in the French oak. A does not have anything really interesting going on about it at all. It's just American oak in a slightly larger barrel. So I think A had the least interaction with the wood, and it was not particularly like complex or mature wood. And I don't even really disagree with you guys. I think I just like the dark flavor of C. I just like it. So C, that's pretty much why C won for me. And then those are the only two that we switched. All the other three we agreed on. D had that vegetal note, which honestly I like vegetal notes. To me, it had kind of unbalanced flavor profile that got worse the more it was A-B'd. B, it was also a little bit darker, but not nearly as good as C was, and A is just a total wash. So,
yeah.
There you go. I don't know how many of these they put out. So, just thought this would be a cool little experiment to see, give us a little bit more experience with wood aging techniques and how that can change the same bourbon to something slightly different. Cody's on so right now, and we got to go for movie night. So,
yep, got to put my movie in my flash drive. So,
okay.
I was done with everything. I'm prepared. Woo! I think next time, Rick, you should have no Glencairns, and you should just find all of the most ridiculous things you possibly find to drink out of.
I just realized, Cody, your picture kind of looks like has like one of those old timey like Old West filters on it, like when you go to like a carnival or something, and they like let's put some like Old West clothes on you and take a picture and look like you're from the 1880s. Wow, A gets no love from Adrian.
Right, not. A for ass butter.